Coming up, the bitterly cold temperatures we're seeing could put you more at risk for frostbite. What you can do to protect yourself when temperatures drop like they have.
How freezing cold temperatures cause challenges for these first responders. Coming up.
The Southwest Power Pool is asking companies to conserve energy. Coming up, what this means and the plans in place.
You're watching KODE Action 12 News at 10.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. I'm Andy Szymanski. A man shot outside a Joplin motel has died from his injuries. Joplin police received the call just before 12:30. Officers responded to the Motel 6 on South Range Line and found 43-year-old Matthew Painter with multiple gunshot wounds. He was taken to the hospital where he died from his injuries. Police also located the shooter, an adult male who they say is cooperating with the investigation. At this time, no arrest has been made, but the case remains under investigation. A witness at the scene said it started with an argument between the two men.
Just to see the argument and the gentleman basically telling the guy that, hey, I will shoot you, and him not caring was pretty crazy in itself. I mean, if somebody had a gun right there, the last thing I would do is continue to, like bombard a gentleman like that who, I mean, if you're going to pull out a gun, be prepared to use it, and that's the kind of guy that man was.
An autopsy on the victim is being scheduled. The Southwest Power Pool is monitoring the usage for electric companies and asking some to do controlled power outages. Action 12's Jessica Jukic joins us in the newsroom. Jessica, what does this mean?
Andy, it means Missouri and surrounding states have been using more power than there is available. Today, 2 electric companies were part of the controlled power outages.
We're asking our customers to help us conserve energy so we can avoid this, and it's working. So first of all, a huge thank you to our customers.
Monday morning, the Southwest Power Pool issued an emergency alert level 3, which means they were advising electric companies to have controlled outages. Liberty Utilities says they were managing the power shortage by cutting power to 3,600 customers for 50 minutes on Monday.
They required us to, reduce load or limit the energy. And so that is where we went to our industrial and commercial customers, some of those, to request that power be shut down so we could redirect that energy.
SPP has dropped the emergency alert level back to a 2, but says that could change if energy consumption becomes high again. Monday, Evergy also had controlled outages for 60,000 of its customers, keeping the outages between 30 to 60 minutes.
We tried to make sure we were looking at circuits that didn't have hospitals or emergency vaccines. And we also looked at places where we could get power back on as quickly as possible. It was not clustered in any one community. It was really spread out over our entire service area.
He says customers should be prepared in case SPP issues another alert.
Make sure that you have a communications plan in place. Make sure that all your friends and family members are accounted for. Make sure that your cell phone is charged. Battery-operated flashlight in case your lights go out. Battery-operated radio. All that stuff is very helpful.
Both electric companies say the best way to avoid future controlled outages is to start saving energy now. Andy, they're asking customers to avoid using large appliances along with turning off and unplugging computers, chargers, printers, and televisions when they're not in use.
All right, thank you very much, Jessica. Meanwhile, Spire Energy says the freezing temperatures are creating a higher demand for natural gas. Spire says right now they're keeping up with the demand. They say during extreme cold temperatures, the demand for natural gas goes up and the supply has been slower because wells are becoming icy. Spire says they do not foresee any service issues in the future. Once again tonight, the temperatures will reach dangerous levels. Chief Meteorologist Ray Foreman joins us now with our Fastcast.
Yes, it's already below 0 in many spots right now. We're looking at wind chills that are still going to be down around 20 below 0 overnight, so we do have a wind chill warning in effect. Even we're looking at another wintry storm making its way into the 4 states as well. But tonight, again, the wind chill values tonight are down in the negative territory, again down to about minus 18 is what it feels like on the exposed skin. So definitely gloves and hat as you head out the door tomorrow morning. Overnight, we drop down to about minus 10, and the wind should lighten up quite a bit. A few flurries still possible, but looking for mostly clear skies overnight. Clouds increase tomorrow, minus 10 to start the day. 8 at noon and only 14 for a high. Some flurries starting to develop late afternoon. That becomes a little bit more widespread snow tomorrow night, Andy. We'll have more on where we could even see some decent accumulations of snow again tomorrow night here in just a few minutes. Andy.
All right, thank you, Ray. Although fighting fires is challenging no matter the weather conditions, below freezing temperatures can bring on added challenges. Action 12's Jacob Kaufman shows us what a local fire department had to say when going out in the frigid temperatures.
When fighting a fire, it's expecting the unexpected that is important. But before Reddings Mill Fire Department crew members can even do that, they need to get to the fire.
One of the concerns is getting to the scene, with the road conditions and stuff.
Those road conditions also cause for a slower commute.
We go way below speed limit, depending on, usually we don't run emergency because with hazards like this, people try to pull over, they could slide off into a ditch and stuff, so we try to kind of limit the emergency part.
Once overcoming road conditions, it's preparing for unfortunate events that firefighters have to deal with.
When you're flowing water and negative 25-degree wind chill, it's going to freeze up pretty quick. So those are a lot of concerns and challenges that we have to deal with.
Lucky enough, there's always a backup plan.
We have other apparatus on scene, so if need be, we can switch to another engine.
While just getting to the fire and hoping the pipes don't freeze is one of their first concerns, they also need to have more firefighters on duty.
Trying to keep the firefighters, warm and, switching them out as often as we can, putting them in vehicles that are warm to get them warmed up.
In Joplin, I'm Jacob Kaufman, Action 12 News.
Frostbite is a condition that doesn't take long to set in bitterly cold temperatures like we've been having lately. And Lindsay Teal is a Mercy nurse practitioner and says the more pieces of clothing you put on to separate your skin from the elements, the better. She says it's especially important to wear a base layer to keep your skin from getting wet because that speeds the onset of frostbite.
If you stay dressed in layers, that will help. It helps 3 W's. If you've got something that wicks as your base layer, something that warms you as your second layer, and then something that repels the wind as your third layer, that will help keep you from developing frostbite. Cover exposed areas, your hands, your feet, your face, especially ears, especially for guys if they don't have hair.
She says wool is better to wear during extremely cold temperatures and wind chills than cotton because cotton holds moisture in, while wool does just the opposite. While many businesses shut down in this type of weather, one of them is slammed. Drivers for Cottrell's Towing have been on duty ever since the snow started falling and temperatures took a nosedive this weekend. Bill Cottrell says even one of his vehicles wouldn't start this morning because of the bitter cold, but none of their calls on Monday had anything to do with drivers getting stuck in the snow.
Oh, we're 24 hours a day. My drivers were up all night last night, and we'll be up all night tonight. Everything that we picked up today has been nothing but diesel. This car right here, she broke a wheel, hit a curb, and so we delivered her over here just now.
Cottrell says diesel engines are more prone to not starting in bitter cold weather and says it's something to consider when purchasing a vehicle. At the age of 75, one Arkansas woman could be retired, but instead she's going to work every day, making a difference in a career she loves. Coming up, how she's spent nearly 2 decades as a substitute teacher and how that's becoming more in demand because of the coronavirus pandemic. Time now for our red, white, and blue salute. Edward Lewis Tyler served in the Air Force as a C-130 crew chief during Vietnam. He was based in Okinawa, Japan. We salute you, Edward Lewis Tyler, and thank you for our freedom. And if you'd like to nominate a veteran, military personnel, or public servant like a police officer, go to Red, White, and Blue Salute on our website, 4stateshomepage.com.
This is Action 12 News with Andy Searcy, meteorologist Ray Foreman, and Jake Stansel.
Right from the start, we at Downstream gave you our heart. So don't go breaking it now. There might just be some cash in it for you. Join us on Fridays, February 12th, 19th, and 26th for Don't Go Breaking My Heart. Every 30 minutes from 6 p.m. to 10:30 p.m., one player will have a chance to win up to $2,000 cash. Plus, swipe at the kiosks from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Mondays to earn up to 5,000 Big Drum entries. Catch some February fun with Don't Go Breaking My Heart, only at Downstream.
0% on this HRV. And this one. 0% on this Pilot. And that Pilot. 0% on this CRV. That one too. 0% on the Passport. And 0% on the Ridgeline. Act fast to take home a versatile and rugged Honda during the final days of the Honda 0% event. Well-qualified buyers can get a great deal, like 0% APR financing on the purchase of select Honda models.
I love you.
At some casinos, you're not paying to win on the machine you're playing. You're paying for points. You're paying for entries into drawings. You're paying to watch someone else win that drawing. You're paying for everything but winning on the machine you're playing. If you're not the one getting paid, maybe you're getting played. At Quapaw Casino, we don't play games. You do. Why play for a chance to win when you can just win? Play today. Win today. Quapaw Casino, Miami, Oklahoma.
The thing that drives me every day as a dad is him. Every day he's hungry for something. And there's this huge responsibility in making sure that he's a good person. I think the advice I would give is you don't need to know all the answers. It's okay to make mistakes. As long as it's coming from love, then it kind of starts to work itself out.
KODE TV is an equal opportunity employer dedicated to providing broad outreach regarding job vacancies at our station. We seek the help of local organizations in referring qualified applicants to our station. Organizations which wish to receive vacancy information should contact KODE TV by calling 417-781-2345.
We, the people, are guaranteed 5 freedoms in the First Amendment.
Freedom of speech. Freedom of religion. Freedom of the press. Freedom to peaceably assemble. Freedom to petition the government.
Only the United States has these 5 freedoms so simply bound together and guaranteed. Think first. Learn more at thinkfirstamendment.org.
In tonight's dose of good news, finding a substitute teacher can be a difficult task, but filling a teacher's absence during a pandemic is a quest. Despite the risk of COVID-19 and her age, one sub in Whitehall, Arkansas continues to show up and do what she loves.
Good job, guys. Thank you.
At 75 years young, Mary Bowerman is still hard at work.
Work of love, yes, definitely.
A substitute teacher for the past 14 years, she spent the last 4 in the Whitehall School District.
Whether they were just up here.
Not always an easy job.
Being on my feet all day isn't so much fun, but...
but a rewarding one.
My favorite part is probably when the light goes on in the students' eyes, that they comprehend something that they didn't before. I really like that.
In a typical school year, she'll sub 7 to 8 days a month. Since the pandemic, she's practically full-time.
I have filled in for several teachers who either had COVID or had a family member with COVID. So it's been really busy this year.
It's the case for substitute teachers across the state.
What happens is if a teacher gets quarantined or even a teacher's family member gets quarantined, especially a small child that they have to stay home with, then they're out for 14 days. And so if you get a sub, they're here for 14 days or 10 days or however long it requires. And that takes that sub out of the pool. And so when you have normal things happen like we do all the time, then there's no one to fill those spots.
Bowerman is well aware her age and pre-existing health conditions put her at high risk for the virus. Yet, still she teaches.
I really waffled back and forth for a long time, but I really love these teachers. I know how dedicated they are and how dedicated they are to their students. And I finally decided I just didn't want to let them down.
Officially armed with her second dose of the vaccine this week, it's back to the classroom and back to work for as long as she's able.
Until my body gives out.
Daily Dose of Good News is brought to you by Stone's Corner Pharmacy, your locally owned community pharmacy with locations in Webb City and Joplin to serve you.
You here? You good?
I'm good, yeah.
All right, turning back to weather. Ray, are we going to see any more snow?
We are, actually. That's what I was just updating with some stuff for tomorrow night. We've already got some counties in Oklahoma and northwest Arkansas under a winter storm warning for tomorrow night into Wednesday. Details on the exact track of that and where we're going to see some accumulation coming up next. Here's a look at today's weather almanac. Only 1 degree today.
When it comes to your garage door, call the professionals at Four State Doors. We've been installing and repairing residential and commercial doors for over 30 years. Four State Doors, where we care about your ups and downs. For more, go to fourstateshomepage.com and click on professionals.
See you every day at the Stables with our daily promotions. Play and win. $20 horseplay hot seats every day. Receive $5 in horseplay during your birthday month. Become a Gold Club member and receive $5 in horseplay. Update your profile at the Gold Club and receive $5 in horseplay. Now offering daily drink specials at the Naughty Trop and daily lunch specials at the Winner's Circle restaurant. Visit thestablescasino.com for more details. See you at the Stables in Miami, Oklahoma.
With Julia's autism, loud sounds can be too much.
But she still loves to make music.
Yeah.
Play band.
Early screening for autism can make a lifetime of difference. Find out more at screenforautism.org.
Looking for the best local produce, pastured meat, eggs, honey, bread, pies, artisan goods, and more? The Empire Market has you covered. The market is open every Saturday all year from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We also have online ordering and contactless drive-through pickup available. Check out JoplinEmpireMarket.com for more information. Empire Market is located at 931 East 4th Street. Grow local, shop local, eat local.
For a great time, Winning Ways delicious chef-created entrees, live weekend entertainment, and your favorite gaming machines. You need to go where everybody goes. Indigo Sky Casino. More ways to play for your chance to win your share of over $800,000 total cash and Go Rewards play. In February, Indigo is the place to party, stay, and play where our guests come first and always deserve a good time. Indigo Sky Casino, Highway 60 west of Seneca, Missouri.
And now, your Storm Tracker forecast with meteorologist Ray Foreman.
A Southeast Kansas Police Department is going the extra mile to make sure everyone in their community is warm as below freezing temperatures stick around. The Baxter Springs Police Department has been collecting and handing out blankets, clothes, and hand warmers to those in need. Over the past several days, the department has been handing out these items to the homeless and families without utilities. There have now also been nonprofits who have contacted this station to put up some of their own money to put the people who don't have electricity in motels during this cold weather that we're going to see. And that's going to last all week. We are looking at dangerously cold temperatures tonight, well below zero, and looking at wind chills that could be down to about 20 below zero. The good news is it's not as windy as it was last night or today, but we are still very cold outside as we head towards tomorrow morning, about -10 for a temperature. Then we're looking at snow coming in Tuesday night into Wednesday, and this is going to prompt some more accumulations and also some more winter storm warnings that we have for northeast Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas. Otherwise, we don't see a real warm up until we get into next weekend. Here's the time lapse showing all the fresh snow on the ground, and the conditions along range lines still not good out there tonight. On the Tommy's Express car wash camera, though, we've got a temperature of -4. You get back towards the airport, temperatures here also below zero. It's -7 right now, but you add in the wind and it feels even colder outside, and it doesn't take much wind. When you have a temperature of -7, a little bit of wind, it feels like it's almost -20 right now in Joplin. Back towards Monette, Chanute showing up at -20 as well. So bitterly cold wind chills tonight, just bitterly cold air in place. All that snow continuing to pull away from the 4 states. A north wind tonight. This is going to hold down temperatures quite a bit tomorrow. If we do even even get a little sunshine, it's not going to warm us up much. High temperatures tomorrow, a little warmer than today, but still only 14 for a high. A few flurries beginning as we get into the afternoon, and east wind at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. The next system already making its way onto the west coast. Out ahead of that, a weak disturbance is going to track across Texas and then make a left turn and come back towards the 4 states as we get into tomorrow night. Late afternoon, we might start to see some flurries around 5 o'clock. The better chance for snow is going to spread across much of the area between about 9 and midnight tomorrow night and continue as we head into the early morning hours on Wednesday. And again, snow accumulations look to be higher right along the Missouri-Arkansas state line and back towards the Grand Lake area from about Grove through McDonald County. That's out here by 3 o'clock, though, on Wednesday. In that time frame, though, we're still looking at anywhere from 2 to possibly 4 inches of snow, and that has prompted some of the warnings to be posted for winter storm warning across northeast Oklahoma. And again, that's tomorrow night into Wednesday, also northwest Arkansas. We are all under a wind chill warning tonight. It's going to be very cold tonight and right on through much of this week. Temperatures around 22 on Wednesday, a few snow showers and some flurries sticking around for Thursday. We finally start to see that sun coming back for at least a little while as we get into the upcoming weekend, and that's when we finally start to bounce back from this very long cold snap back into the 40s Saturday and Sunday. For the latest on our weather, you can always find us at our website, 4stateshomepage.com, and be sure to check out the weather app. A lot of great features there. Just look for KODE Weather in the App Store or the Google Play Store for a free download. Andy?
All right, thank you, Ray. Technology is helping people track the Missouri State session like never before. Coming up, how you can watch now that what's going on in the State House from the comfort of your own home. And one Southwest Missouri lawmaker wants to reduce the tax credits given to low-income housing projects. How he wants to see the credits used instead.
Our fight against coronavirus isn't over. We still have to slow the spread and do our part. Let's wear face masks in public. Stay 6 feet or more from others. Follow state and local guidelines. Wash our hands frequently and stay home when we feel safe. For ourselves, for our loved ones, for our future. Let's move forward together. Learn more at coronavirus.gov.
Why is Westco closed this Friday? To prepare for the gigantic 12-hour sale on Saturday. It's your chance to shop the lowest prices of the year on one-of-a-kind and limited quantity items like Ashley recliners for $2.99, Ashley sofas for only $3.48, and reclining sofas for just $7.99. Save over 50% on this queen mattress. Get 25% off this Amana washer and get up to 48 months interest-free financing. Don't miss the 12-hour sale, Saturday from 8 to 8 at Westco.
Watch your daily dose of good news every night at 6 and 10, sponsored by Stone's Corner Pharmacy.
Life is about where you put your focus. Right now, many things are uncertain. But now, more than ever, it's important to concentrate on the things that matter most. At Stone's Corner Pharmacy, we want to make your life easier so you can focus on what really counts. We are here for you, no matter what may come.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? Well, relax. The Carefree dental card is now available in your area. Call the number on your screen and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree dental card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. The Carefree dental card is just $15.95 a month. So call now and make going to the dentist carefree.
Call 1-800-372-3015 to receive your free Carefree dental card information kit.
A Southwest Missouri lawmaker is urging voters to take advantage of technology to keep up with the latest in Jefferson City. Voters can now log on to the Missouri House of Representatives website and watch most committee meetings. That could be anything from a bill cracking down on drunk driving to changing tax law. State Representative Ann Kelly says it's an important way to watch the process unfold.
I encourage everybody back home to log into the Missouri House of Representatives website and do their due diligence of tracking bills and holding your state representatives accountable.
We've got a link to the website, the Missouri House website, rather, at 4stateshomepage.com. Tax credits offered by the state of Missouri could see some funding changes if a bill under consideration becomes law. State Representative Dirk Deaton of Knoll is sponsoring a measure to reduce the tax credits for low-income housing projects. He says the state currently allots $120 million for the program, but he wants to reduce that to $80 million. Deaton would also like to bump up the tax credit amounts for other areas like food pantries, pregnancy crisis centers, and adoptions.
Lower some caps, raises others, but at the end it would result in a net savings to general revenue.
House Bill 1095 has been referred to the Economic Development Committee, but has not yet come to a vote. Turning now to sports, Jake Stansel joins us in the studio. And Jake, a Pitt State softball player, is balancing life between the field and ROTC.
Yeah, and honestly, I don't know if there's much else she wouldn't be able to do or couldn't do, but we're about to find out. And she's arguably one of the toughest people you'll ever meet. Coming up, Pitt State's Maddie Szymanski puts time management into perspective, leading a life between the softball field and ROTC. Stay with us. That story is next.
That's him.
Let's move.
The house is wired to blow up. Get out now!
Big Sky, new Tuesday on ABC.
Your cash really isn't the answer. We're all called to generosity, but if we're going to help the person stuck in poverty off the streets, we're going to have to move beyond a cash handout. To suggest that cash is the answer to poverty is to suggest that its cause is a lack of it. But we all know that's just a symptom. The cause of poverty is deeper, calling for friendship, guidance, and new opportunities. This year, let's give better.
When I was your age, I was just like you, fascinated by stars. But now I get to search for life in the universe. And who knows, maybe life is looking for us too.
So we're like aliens to them?
Yeah. Does anyone want to be a scientist now?
I do.
Awesome. We need more girls in STEM.
Maybe we can find aliens. I've got muscular dystrophy. That means my muscles are weak and it can be hard to breathe. During COVID-19, kids like me are at a greater risk, but the Muscular Dystrophy Association is here to help.
MDA is what ensures they receive critical medical care at one of over 150 care centers.
COVID-19 won't stop us. Please visit helpmda.org.
Honey, what I think you need is a socket wrench.
I played JV basketball.
I'm sorry. I don't think it looks right.
This is good, and it's all good, baby.
Is it really all good?
If you love me enough to routinely test your handyman skills, not to mention the strength of your marriage, then of course you'll visit nhtsa.gov/therightseat to make sure I'm in the right car seat.
I'm gonna call my dad.
This is Action 12 Sports with Jake Stansel.
This is Maddie Szymanski. I'll take a step back so you can see that she balances life between Pitt State softball player and Pitt State ROTC cadet. Not only that, but you add in classes, a part-time job, she does it all. Some say their schedules are busy and then take a look at Maddie's and think, okay, maybe my schedule isn't as busy as I thought. But there's not an individual more up for the challenge than Maddie Szymanski. Some know her as Cadet Szymanski. When she trades in her camouflage for the crimson and gold of Pitt State, the softball team likes to call her their little soldier.
I come to the locker room in my uniform, and sometimes I have to come late or go early from practice, and they just say, "Goodbye, little soldier." Down here is our EST training room.
But this catcher had to do some catching up. Maddie's what you call a lateral entry. She joined Pitt State's ROTC at the end of her sophomore year and went through basic camp to make up for the years of learning she's missed.
There's people that have been there for 3 years, and this is my first. And there's a lot of information I don't fully understand and fully know yet. But as I'm going along, I'm like, oh, this makes sense. I can do this.
When we get to college, we don't know who we are. We don't know who we want to be, and she's finding that.
Maddie says she's dreamed of joining the Army since high school, Between academics, ROTC, and softball, Maddie puts time management into perspective.
A normal day for Cadet Szymanski is she wakes up, she'll do PT with ROTC in the morning, she'll change, shower, get her some breakfast, hit the books, go through classes through the day, and then afternoon softball practice.
But when you need a little motivation to get you through your day, why not turn to someone with one of the most inspirational stories in sports?
My trainer, Rudy.
Yes, that Rudy. The iconic walk-on for Notre Dame football, Maddie and Rudy Rudiger attended the same high school and now train in the same gym back home in Joliet, Illinois.
He trained me and my dad for a long time. My dad was a big power lifter. Growing up, I was just all around it. And then I was like, okay, I'm just going to do a meet and see what happens. And I ended up winning, so that was super awesome. I won 2 titles. I won the teen division and then the women division, so that was super awesome.
She's everything you want in a leader. The drive, the devotion, the kindness and strength of heart. This is her Rudy moment. She's out to show others that she can balance a life between playing the field and wanting to serve her country, while inspiring others that they can do the same.
When people need someone to pick them up, she's going to do that. We play a game of failure, so to have someone for the girls to go to that can be like, hey, we're gonna get this done, we're gonna get it rolling, tomorrow's a new day.
She's just a testament of it can happen, it can work. You can be an athlete, a collegiate athlete, and be a future lieutenant in the United States Army.
So if you caught that, the catcher had to play a little catch-up to get brought up to speed with ROTC. Maddie says her plan is to graduate next year in May, where she'll be commissioning as a 2nd lieutenant with hopes of becoming a military police officer. And one thing everyone I spoke with told me about, that no matter how hard of a workout it might be or bad of a day, Maddie will always deliver the perfect sarcastic one-liner. Andy, I thought you would like that bit about her trainer being Rudy. I mean, how neat is that?
Yes, I mean, talk about small world.
Yeah, and you honestly could not meet a better person than Maddie Szymanski.
All right, thank you very much, Jake.
Absolutely.
Well, many people might be over this cold, snowy weather. One Kansas man says it's creating the perfect opportunity for him. Coming up, what inspired him to turn part of his backyard into an ice rink well before we got this recent round of wintry weather.
Worried about risk for diabetes, heart disease, or stroke? Take advantage of Freeman Health System's free online health risk assessments and get answers today. Visit freemanhealth.com/HRA to discover your risk for diabetes and heart disease and to see if you qualify for weight loss surgery. Each assessment provides a free personalized report outlining steps you can take to improve your health. Know your numbers, know your risk, and remember, prevention is the best cure. Go to freemanhealth.com/HRA today.
I can't say enough good things about these nano hearing aids.
Real people talking about nano hearing aids.
The hearing quality is great.
Until now, hearing aids used to be too expensive for the average person. Until nano. Call now and you'll get your nano hearing aids for only $297. You'll save $100. When you buy one hearing aid, Nano will give you a second hearing aid free. Call right now.
1-800-213-5130.
That's him.
Let's move.
The house is wired to blow up. Get out now!
Big Sky, new Tuesday on ABC.
This is the original Dream Maker.
The idol you love.
We have this huge wall of cameras.
With even bigger surprises.
I'm Claudia Conway. Buckle your seatbelts. There's a plot twist coming.
American Idol premieres Sunday on ABC.
And finally tonight, one man has brought one of his favorite things about Minnesota to Kansas. Eric Larson grew up ice skating in the Gopher State. When he moved to Wichita, he decided to make sure his kids had the same opportunity. For the past 5 years, he's built an ice rink right in his backyard. His kids enjoy skating on it and even a quick game of hockey. He says this year the extremely cold weather has been on his side. And there are people who do enjoy this weather.
And you know what? We could build one here with that weather. The weather we have right now.
we just take
yes.
a cup of water and do that.
I know, and we're talking about temperatures that are already at -7. Overnight tonight down to about 20 below with the wind chills, and we're looking at snow coming in tomorrow night into Wednesday again, so another 2 to maybe 4 inches of snow expected tomorrow night.
It's snowman as well.
Yes, there you go.
Thank you, Ray. That's all the time we have for you tonight at 10. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great night, everybody.